Welcome back to Over 50. Tomorrow night, the Kansas City Chiefs travel to Los Angeles to play the Los Angeles Chargers in a game that will essentially, I think, declare the AFC West champion, albeit a little bit early, but it will decide who will be in first place. If Kansas City wins, they would take a two-game lead over the Chargers. They are leading by one game right now. If Kansas City loses, they would be tied with the Chargers, but the Chargers would basically have essentially a one-game lead over them because they would have beaten the Chiefs twice. What I've tried to do is there's a lot of injury, a lot of COVID type information surrounding this game. So what I've tried to do is I've tried to narrow down and figure out who's going to be playing and who's going to not be playing. And it looks like this is from KansasCityChiefs.com. This is the Chiefs injury report. L'Jarius Sneed will still be out. Now, I've seen reports where Sneed could possibly play. I've seen that in one place, but it appears that he is going to be out. You can see by this, he didn't practice at all last week, did not play in last week's game. Of course, the Chiefs didn't need him. He hasn't practiced all week, so I would say that he's probably going to be out. Tyrann Mathieu has been in contact with him, and it sounds like Sneed is in good spirits, but I don't see him playing. And then you can see down here, Willie Gay is on the reserve COVID list. He did not practice today, and he is listed as out. Andrew Wiley has practiced fully all week, is listed as questionable, but Lucas Niang has full practice on yesterday and today, and currently right now does not carry an injury designation. Looking at the Chargers, there's 4 players that have questionable status, and those are the only players I'm going to discuss. However, I will get into one other player that is not on this list that if he does not play, that could be a total game changer for this game. But currently, Austin Eckler, I'm not even sure how to say Gilman's first name, Derwin Jones Jr., and Asante Samuel Jr. are all questionable. They all had limited practice this week. Asante Samuel Jr. actually practiced on Monday. The other players did not practice. So with him carrying that concussion tag, I think it's going to be probably a game time decision on him. What I've seen is I would expect Eckler to play. I would expect Derwin James to play. And because he's going to be the one that they're going to count on to shut down Kelce. Now, I never like to just try to leave all my information to one place. So Adam Teicher from the Kansas City, who used to be a Kansas City Star reporter, says that Chris Jones was placed on the reserve COVID-19 list. Now, notice Jones did not show up on that other injury report. Willie Gay showed up. Chris Jones didn't. Now, you're going to see here in just a second, the Chiefs placed Josh Gordon on that same list as of Monday. So from my understanding, Gordon and Gay will not play against the San Diego Chargers. Now, could Jones still play in the Thursday night game? You can see what Reed said here. Coach Reed suggested Jones could still play in Thursday night's road game for first place in the AFC West against the Los Angeles Chargers. A jabbed player could play in a game according to NFL policy if he is symptom-free and tests negative twice, 24 hours apart. So I'm not expecting Josh Gordon to play. I'm not expecting Willie Gay Jr. to play. Chris Jones, I don't know what the situation is on that. I have tried to find out. This is from ESPN. You can see where Willie Gay Jr. was ruled out today. L'Jarius Sneed has been ruled out by them. So that makes me think Sneed's not going to play. Now, they have Jones ruled out as of yesterday. But that other article that I was looking at, and the date of it is, well, it's yesterday, but it's from ESPN. So ESPN's kind of contradicting, has conflicting reports here. One says that he could play, the other says he's out. Before I go any further with what I think is kind of a bombshell injury update regarding the Chargers, if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you have any comments, drop them down below. Share this video with your friends out there. And here we go. So this is from the Fan Nation Arrowhead report, and it appears that this says 1 day after wide receiver Josh Gordon entered the protocol after testing positive, Reed added, it's unclear whether either or both of Jones and Gordon would miss Thursday night's game. Now the date on this article is, again, December 14th. So that was yesterday. But what is interesting here is it talks about players testing, positive. If they're jabbed, they are eligible to return to the team. If they tested, twice in consecutive periods within 24 hours and they have no symptoms. Here's the what I thought was really interesting. The Chargers had rookie tackle Rashawn Slater test positive. And what could that mean for both teams? This is from Joshua Briscoe, the Arrowhead report. The Chargers got the worst of the news here, as LA could take a major hit if they have to replace Slater with Storm Norton, Trey Pipkins, or guard Matt Filer at left tackle. This could basically amount to a dinner bell for Frank Clark, Chris Jones, Melvin Ingram, and the rest of the Chiefs pass rush. With Slater at left tackle, they face a worthy challenger. So that could be big. If you don't have that left tackle bookend, I think Justin Herbert's day has just become incredibly more difficult. So this game is tomorrow. Who's going to play? I don't really know. I don't have any inside information. I'm just trying to report to you what I have found. I have not found, other than this one little blurb from ESPN where it says Chris Jones is not going to play. Everything else I've seen, it sounds like it is possible he could play. And with this news right here, Rashawn Slater could not. He also might not be able to play. So I think it's going to come down to a lot of game time decision. Who knows? This might be some posturing by the teams. Maybe they're trying to say one thing to get the other teams to, consider what they, consider, game planning for this, game planning for that. Maybe a little bit of a gamesmanship there. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and let this go. This is the latest injury update for the Chiefs at Chargers from SoFi Field in Los Angeles tomorrow night. And well, hopefully, guys, the Chiefs will be able to pull this out and take a commanding lead in the AFC West. If not, we got to rely on the Broncos, the Raiders, or the Texans to take the Chargers down. I don't like any of those three options. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close everything out. Chiefs fans, stay safe out there. And until next time, be good. Later.